Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So, we are going to do the second part to the Hershey and Glamlite collection, which is the milk chocolate. Now, I did do the it's not white chocolate, it's the cookies and cream yesterday, which you would have saw. And there is something different about this formula. I can't put my finger on it because Glamlite's formula is always good, okay? I don't want to say this wrong because I do love Glamlite's formula. And maybe it's just the colors instead of them being like rainbow and stuff, because the last couple palettes have been that. But they've combined it like the cookies and cream, where you have the blues, the silver, the cool tones, but in a way with neutral colors to help almost like work them together in a way that's comfortable. Now, the Hershey palette is, of course, a neutral palette, right? You really can't go wrong in theory. But again, they combined it, cool tones and warm tones, in this palette, and I like that. You're getting the best of multiple worlds, I guess, is where I'm going with it. And I got the whole collection again with the face and body. This says bronzer. Y'all, I don't know how this is a bronzer, but okay. I actually used this shade here as my highlight today, and it worked. And I actually used it for inner corner, which you'll see in the look. But I don't see where it's a bronzer. Highlight, yes, body highlight, sure. Bronzer, no. Unless they mean this one. Now, both of these shades I think would be gorgeous on the lid, and that's kind of where I'm going to intend to use at least this one if I use it. This one here, it can work with as a highlighter for me if I'm very careful and not heavy-handed with it, which I was not today, and it worked great. The lipstick and lip gloss and lip liner are cute. It's a cute color. I'm wearing it. It's a cute color. This is not my particular favorite color, but it works with this collection. I think it's a good color choice for the collection in a whole. But if I had to choose between them, I think I'm going to choose the cookies and cream one better. I feel like it is better suited for me and my comfortableness of it. You know what I mean? Brown just isn't. It's not it's not that I don't like it, because I think it looks very pretty. It's just I do prefer more pinky colors for whatever the reason. Well, because I like pink. Let's get real. Now for bronzer and blush, I actually went in with Jacqueline Cosmetics. And this time I went into the Warm Flush and Golden Goddess one, which is more like a peachy and bronzer, obviously. But I used that today for cheeks and bronzer. So let's go to the palette now. Oh, as far as this and the other one, I kind of like them both. I really don't have one or the other. I do think I'd get more use out of the one that's the cookies and cream. But on the flip side of that, I kind of like this one too. So I don't know. And maybe mixing them may be even better for me. I don't know. But just a heads up, if you have to pick and choose which one you can get and can't get. That's just my thing on that one. And as far as palettes go, again, it's either one is really good. This one here is the cookies and cream. This one here is the milk chocolate. The cookies and cream one, it really depends. Do you want blue? Are you looking for blue shadows? If so, that. And it still has neutral colors in it. So, it just really depends on what you're looking for. Honestly, for $22 each, or you can get the bundle of the two shadow palettes for $40, I think. You can't go wrong. I think you really will enjoy these palettes, and an everyday type of use, not just if I want to do a one look, with the palette. Because let's get real, I'm honest, I have not touched the Scooby-Doo palette or the it's not Dexter, what is that? Rick and Morty palette since I reviewed them. And do I have any intention of reusing them? No. Now, I have used the Chucky one a couple times, so that would have been the next one. But the Scooby-Doo ones, the bright colored ones, I have not used in a while. So, but that could be a me thing because of color that I'm looking for. Now, out of the Rick and Morty collection, now I will say this setting spray is bomb. I love it. I will be using it in a minute. But that was my favorite thing out of that whole collection, if I'm going to be honest. But let's get started nonetheless. So the first shade we're going to go into, again, these are numbered 1 through 12. But, you know, but we're going to go into number 9. I'll just point as I go. And again, I didn't use that many colors. I kept it pretty simple, and I really do like the way the look came out. So we're going to go into this one. And I will say that these colors are darker than they look, hands down. But they blend so nicely. Like, I can lay that down, right? And then I'm going to blend it. And it almost looks like by the end I've laid 2 shadows down. And I really do like that about, I think that's the other thing, is the blendability of these and the way they blend out. But yet can build is just really pretty. And I'm using Sigma brushes for the most part. So, again, like I said, is it tools that's making the difference? I don't know. But I do know that there is a difference in these palettes. Because I wasn't, you know, I like their colored palettes, I do. And for what they are, they're good. But for what these are, they're better for some reason. And I can't put my finger on it, because if they didn't change formulas, or if it's just because I'm keeping the look simple, like if it's my own mistakes in the past, I don't know. I do think that the blue palette, the biggest thing is the fact that they did put neutrals in it. I think that's why it seems like it's more friendlier to me. I won't deny that. But the way these shadows blend is just wonderful. And I don't know what's up with this brush either, because something is going on with it. It's not setting right. Might just need a wash. But regardless, it's working. Alright, now we're going to take that same shade and run it along the lower lash line. And like I said, you got warm tones in this and cool tones, which again gives you versatility. Because I'm not necessarily against warm tones. I am more for the cooler tones. I won't, you know, lie there. But to have both, that means that, you know, the palette, I will use the palette more. Because right now, when it comes to my makeup preferences, I do grab for cooler tone palettes more so than warmer tones. But if there are warm tones in with the cooler tones, I will grab for that palette over just a plain warm tone palette. And then I'm using the ColourPop. It's the ColourPop in Raw Beauty Christie collab, the Woodsy, for my waterline, and it worked perfect for this look. Now I got really, what's the word I'm looking for? Ballsy. Yeah, I went into the stark shade right here, and let me tell you, I went boop. You see? Okay, very little. Like, I was sitting there thinking, do I need to go? But I don't. And then I applied it just to the outer corner here and started building this up because I know how pigmented that shade probably really is. And there was no way I was going in with a full like pigment, because I would never be able to explain what I even done there. And I'm just darkening up the outer corner here with this shade. And I don't know what it is about these shadows, because I did have to blend. You can see this, right? You can see I'm blending. But it's not taking that much time. If you really think about like other palettes and you're blending, how long do you blend, you know? And I haven't blended like that long with any of these shadows today or yesterday using the other palette, which is kind of cool. Because I do think, like, I have the Chucky palette down here, right? And I do think, like, I use it. Like I said, I've used it multiple times. I do think that these two palettes here are going to sit out also, because I do think I will use these. I won't know exactly how much until, you know, I do it, but I feel like I will get use out of these two palettes. And like I said, when you do your makeup, you kind of want the whole experience, right? Whatever it may be. And no, this doesn't really bring me like any kind of nostalgia, really, to be honest. But it is cute packaging nonetheless. And that's kind of cool. It's not like giving me fancy vibes, but it is giving me like a little bit of a reminiscing childhood. Maybe like high school vibes. Not necessarily like kid, because that would be like the Strawberry Shortcake, to be honest, collection. That gave me kid vibes big time, but this nonetheless still gave me vibes, you know? Which is cool. I don't know, there's just something about it. But you'll see, watch. Now, okay, metallic shades. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen me apply a metallic. First off, I don't use any kind of base, and I don't spray the shadow, and I try not to use my fingers, which means that generally I get fallout. Now, do I know how to stop it? Yes, but I'm showing it to you just how it is, what it does, right? 9 out of 10, I get fallout. Now, I have not received that with these particular shadows, and I do not know why. At this point, I've had this eye done for about 45 minutes to an hour, which I think I'm doing pretty good. Usually I'm all day walking around, right? And I am noticing a little bit of fallout over here, which could mean that I don't think it's falling. I think that it is from me trying to blend again, and I've disturbed it, which what I'm trying to get to is that these metallics are holding. I'm laying them down and they're not moving unless I'm disturbing them in some way, shape, or form, and not by lid movement or crease movement either, because like I said, I've had this done for quite some time. It's not transferred up, it's not came down, which I'm loving, which means that's not the general case in most of these palettes. I usually have something happening throughout the day. The next shade we're going to go into is it looks like number 8, which is this one right here. It's like a silver gray shadow, I guess. I don't know, really. It's really pretty, though. And I'm patent it along the lid. And this does have pigment to it, like a base under it. And it's really, this is a really pretty color, to be honest. I don't know. There's just something about this particular collection, and it's not nostalgia that's getting me. So therefore I have to say it's got to be either the color selection is just agreeing with me, or the formula. But let me know, do you think the formula's changed, or is it the same? And it's just the color selection that is what's working and making me think it's different. I'm curious. Okay, now this palette I don't think is an all-in-one palette for me, to be honest, as far as inner corner goes. I'm okay with that. Again, I can use the highlighter, which I'm going to do right now, but I can use any highlighter for that matter. So we're going to go into this one right here, and I'm just going to pick it up on the brush and just stamp it, because again, you will get fallout if you do not spray. And if I just stamp it and leave it alone, it will work. And that's kind of what I'm doing. And I don't get fallout. If I start messing with it, I will. The other thing I have noticed with these metallic glittery shades from Glamlite is if you go in with a light hand and just sort of pat it in and stuff, like if you don't want to spray or whatnot, or use some sort of glitter glue, if you do just go in and pat it in, make sure it's laid down good, and just take your finger and tap over it. It's almost like your finger, the warmth will set it, and then you don't have to worry about it, at least with this particular collection. I have not tried that with all of their collections, but with this particular one, that seems to be the way it's working. Now, as far as mascara goes, there's a couple of things I could have did here. I could have applied the Fake Awake to my waterline to make my eyes look more awake, more whatever, alive. I decided to go with brown today. I wanted to keep it more of a brown look, like a chocolate bar. And with that said, you know I had to go into my YSL brown mascara. So we are going to apply that on the top lashes and bottom. You could go in with black again if you wanted to make your lashes really stand out and the look really pop. And I think this palette could be a everyday palette or a glam palette even. I really feel like that palette has a lot of versatility to it. Both of them for that matter, but you know, I just foresee the neutral palette being more of the popular one, because most people don't tend to wear color on a daily basis. At least not where I'm from. Now I do. But I also get looks. And you know, even though I was wearing blue yesterday, I didn't get that many looks. A lot of people actually, I had a couple of people actually say they liked it. Huh. I was like, okay. And that says something, considering usually with blue looks I don't get anything. But I don't think I carry myself well wearing them. And yesterday I really did think that eye looked really good. Like it felt like me wearing it. And not the look wearing me. I really do love this mirror too. And it's funny because it came free. Who would have thought it? Alrighty. I think that looks really nice. It looks everyday, yet if I wanted to, I could throw on a dress and feel like it's appropriate to go out to, say, dinner. So I really cannot stress how much I actually enjoy this collection. Like, enjoy it. And I feel like there is a difference in enjoying something, liking something, like recognizing the difference. Because I can like a lot of things, right? The Scooby-Doo collection, the Rick and Morty collection, right? I can enjoy those, or I can like those, but I don't necessarily enjoy the looks that have came out of those. They're fine. They're good for what that palette is. Again, this color story though speaks to me. So, you know, you may get the same enjoyment out of those palettes that I get out of these. But I do think that there is a difference in this formula. I do not care. It was just too easy to create these looks. And have them hold up. And I'm not doing anything different. I'm not spraying. I'm not using a glitter glue. I'm not, you know, I use, yes, they're Sigma brushes, but I've used Sigma brushes before. I think yesterday I used the Sephora brushes for the look with the blue even. So it's not the brushes. It's not like I'm using the fancy brushes and that's what's making the difference. Although, you know, they do make a difference, but good catch. Not in this particular situation, though. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but something is up with this. I do enjoy it. I am enjoying it, and I think that these palettes will be sitting right next to the Chucky palette. I won't lie. Where, to be honest, I've already put up the Scooby-Doo and the Rick and Morty. And it looks like there's another one over there. I can't see it though. I don't know which one it is. Collection over there. So these will be sitting right here with my Chucky. Like, I'm not kidding. I still have my Chucky. Like, it's right here. This, and I have my Strawberry Shortcake blush. Like, there are certain things that are sitting right here beside me that I love by them. And then there's things that are over there in the drawer that I've not touched. So, again, I just think this collection, they nailed it. From packaging to the color story, to make the color story work in an everyday setting, to the whole 9 yards, they nailed it. That's basically there. It took me 40 minutes total from this video and the last one to pretty much tell you that they nailed this collection. You know, I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you purchase it. Just choose whichever one is in your wheelhouse for colors, and you're going to love it. Again, like I said, the lips, I prefer the cookies and cream over this one, but this one is still beautiful nonetheless. If I had to pick the highlighter, I would go with the cookies and cream, but again, the milk chocolate's right there too. Like, those two are hand in hand. As far as palettes, I think I'm going to get more use out of the milk chocolate than the other one because of the color story. But I will be using the cookies, or the milk, blah, blah, blah. It's not milk chocolate, it's cookies and cream. But I will be using the cookies and cream palette for sure, because I really, like, I want to get back into that one. I don't necessarily want to get back into this one. Like, I know what this one's going to give me in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm well aware it's going to give me very neutral looks, but they're going to be pretty at the end of the day. Where the other one, I'm like, what other blue looks could I do? What kind of neutral looks could I do? You know what I mean? So, but all in all, I think it turned out really pretty. What do you think? Which palette do you prefer? Have you purchased it? Are you thinking about it? Are you waiting for a sale? Now that's something, you know. I think they're having a sale. They're probably not having a sale on this though, because this is new. But maybe. I don't know. Let me know. A+ for me though. This one is a good one. I don't think that you will miss any of this. So, but that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload every day but Sunday, unless there's a new launch or something and I want to, you know, get it up for you so you can see it. But I think that's it. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.